I'm Justin, a storyteller who collects the real stories of this world, with a microscope made of words. I dissect life's details and turn invisible emotions into constellations that light up our reality. A 50-year-old palm print crawls across a subway window, those midnight hours stained with coffee and silence. Taught me the most important lesson of all: the sharpest mirror for the young is always the unfinished reflection in someone else's eyes. In the depths of survival, we often find ourselves staring into the abyss. But what happens when the abyss stares back? It's in these moments that we truly understand the cost of our existence, the weight of our choices, the scars of our past, and the uncertainty of our future all converge in a single, haunting gaze. As we navigate the labyrinth of life, we must remember that every step forward is a step into the unknown. Yet, it's in this dance with uncertainty that we find our true selves, reflected in the eyes of those who've walked this path before us. A single card stock, jammed inside the office printer. A bottle of pills, hidden in the back of a manager's drawer. Today's story lives in those overlooked moments, the kind of story you've probably never really noticed, even though it happens around you every single day. Let's begin the story.
My name is Tom. I'm 46 years old, and I work as an HR manager at a tech company. This week, the company decided to start laying people off, and I'm the guy they picked to deliver the news. I know everyone's going to hate me for it, but I don't have a choice. I've got a mortgage, 3 kids, and a wife recovering from surgery. I can't afford to lose this job. It's not like I want to do this, but what other option do I have? The first person I called in was a 10-year veteran. He slammed the door, glared at me and shouted, "My wife's due any day now. I just bought a house. And you ruin everything with one sentence." His face was red with anger, veins bulging in his neck. "What kind of person are you? You deserve to rot in hell." I didn't say anything. No words could fix that moment. What could I possibly say to make this better? There's no magic phrase that can undo the damage I'm causing. Next was Karena's single mom. She just looked down and smiled faintly. "I get it. I've always been the outsider here anyway. But can I at least pick up my kid from school first?" Her quiet resignation was almost worse than the anger. Before she left, she even straightened my chair. That small act of kindness felt like a knife to my gut. The third was a 27-year-old rookie. He spoke softly. "Did I do something wrong? Can you give me a reason, even if it's fake?" He didn't yell, but I could see him trembling. The confusion and hurt in his eyes made me want to crawl under my desk and disappear. Back at my desk, I opened the drawer. The bottle of antidepressants was still there, right next to a letter I wrote to myself when I was young. I stared at them both, wondering how I got to this point. It read, "Never become the kind of boss who survives by sacrificing others." The words mocked me now, a reminder of the idealistic young man I used to be. I remembered being in my 20s, getting laid off, screaming at my boss, calling him heartless, a machine. Back then, I swore I'd never become someone like that. I promised myself I'd always put people first, that I'd find a way to do the right thing no matter what, but I did. Not because I'm a bad person, at least I don't think I am. It happened so gradually I'd barely noticed. A compromise here, a tough decision there, always justified by necessity or the greater good. I used to believe in ideals. I used to want to be the good guy. I thought I could change things from the inside, make a difference in people's lives, but somewhere along the way, the system swallowed me whole. The corporate machine doesn't care about individuals. It cares about numbers, profits, and survival. And to keep my place in it, I've had to become a cog in that machine. I've had to learn to shut off my emotions, to see people as resources rather than human beings with lives and families. I'm not trying to excuse myself. I just can't keep pretending I'm okay. Every time I have to do something like this, a piece of me dies inside. I go home and I can barely look my kids in the eye. How can I teach them about integrity and compassion when I'm doing this? But what's the alternative? If I quit, someone else will just take my place. The layoffs will still happen. And then my family will suffer too. Is it selfish to want to protect them? To keep a roof over their heads and food on the table? I look at that letter again, at the words of my youngest self. I wonder what he would say if he could see me now. Would he understand the impossible choices I face? Or would he just see another heartless boss, another sellout? The truth is, I don't have any easy answers. I'm trapped in a system that values profit over people, and I don't know how to change it. All I can do is try to be as humane as possible in an inhumane situation, to offer what little comfort I can to those I'm forced to hurt. But at night, when I'm left alone with my thoughts, I can't shake off the heavy burden of what I've become. I gaze into the abyss of corporate America, and it stares right back at me. I can't help but wonder if there's any way to navigate this world without losing my soul along the way. I'm not here to make excuses. I just can't keep pretending that I'm okay. This is Tom's story, a journey through the highs and lows, the struggles and triumphs that shape who we are. It's a reminder that we all have our battles, and sometimes just sharing them can bring a sense of relief.
If something in this story hit a nerve, if a forgotten part of you quietly whispered, "Hey, I'm still here," then maybe, just maybe, this story wasn't really about someone else. Drop a comment. Tell me which line hit you hardest. Or better yet, share your story. Maybe next time, I'll be telling yours. Let's bring the unspoken parts of ourselves into the light. This isn't a stage for lectures. It's a place for honest encounters. I'm your friend, Justin, and I'll be right here, waiting and listening to your story.